Hallie.
Yuri's soft, seemingly uncertain tones break my focus on the book. She takes a seat next to me before she continues.
I just wanted to apologize for how I acted this morning. I don't know why it happened, but if it made you uncomfortable... What am I saying? Of course he was uncomfortable.
Yuri, you've got nothing to apologize for. Yuri's expression and mannerisms become a tinge more... defenseless? If you put a space here, it'll bump the more over here so it doesn't, leave this big empty space. That's really the only word I can use to describe them. Sure, it was a bit surprising to see you being more upbeat, but that's not a bad thing.
It's not.
Why would it? If anything, it just means you're getting more used to having me around.
I suppose you're right.
There's a bit of silence between us as I go back to reading. Yuri sat next to me, occasionally peering over at the contents of the book I'm reading. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Yuri look around the room before looking back to me and lowering her voice.
So, if you mind me asking...
Wouldn't we don't mind? Yuri... I follow her gaze and see Monica writing. A small smile forms on my face with... About Monica? I keep my voice as low as hers. She nods.
Are you too... you know...
It doesn't take me too long to click on to what she's trying to ask. As much as I wish that was the case. No, we're not.
Oh.
A bit more awkward silence. I decided to break it. Did you think that we were?
If I'm being honest, yes. At least, I thought there was something between you both, but I wasn't sure what.
I feel my face go crimson. Curse my brain for jumping to dirty thoughts.
But besides, I think that Monica would be quite fortunate. If someone like you felt that way about her, Hallie.
I swear all the blood in my body has migrated to my face by this point. The look on Yuri's face makes me think she might have said too much. I do want to ask what she means by someone like you, but for the sake of not making things more awkward than they already are, I keep my mouth shut. Poem sharing seemed to go by a little quicker today. After I'd finished with Monica, she called Natsuki.
Okay, with the festival being on Monday, I thought it'd be good to sort out something to entice people to have a...
I already know what I'm gonna do, or what I wanna do.
Natsuki's sudden burst of enthusiasm isn't lost on anyone, especially Monica.
Cupcakes will definitely... But we may need a lot of them for the event. And enough for us that we can have some afterwards, of course.
Can't blame Monica for wanting some just for the club. I honestly think that Knots baking is some of the best I've ever had.
Challenge accepted, Miss President. Besides, making batches ain't nothing new for me. Isn't that right, Yuri?
Yuri audibly hums, as if reminiscing about something rather delicious. Monica then turns to Yuri.
Now, Yuri, admittedly, I did kind of struggle thinking of something you could do. But I was talking with Sayori last night, and she came up with something that I thought suited you. Oh?
Yuri's interest is visibly piqued. Once again, P-I-Q-U-E-D.
Well, we both know you adore atmosphere. Maybe you could do something to enhance the mood during the poem recital.
Yuri thinks. A thoughtful smile then carves itself onto her lips.
That sounds wonderful.
She's ecstatic. Ecstatic. Kinda get a C in there. Again, from what I can tell, it's a rare moment for her. But it's a delight to see, nevertheless. Monica then focuses in on me with a nervous smile.
Now, Hallie, I couldn't really think of anything you could do. But both Natsuki and Yuri have some hefty tasks, so it'd probably go a long way to help either.
Is Monica suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? That being said, I've got no idea what Monica's on about doing this weekend. Just out of curiosity, what are you planning to do, Monica? Is curiosity spelled with another U in Brit? It might be. Monica seems a little surprised by my question.
Well, I was gonna print out the pamphlets.
If I'm being completely honest with myself, I might be better off helping Monica. I've got no idea what Yuri could be planning for the event. Would be planning, rather. On top of that, I've not baked since I was a kid, and I'd be nowhere near as good as Natsuki either way. Looking back at all three girls, I make my decision. I think it'd be best if I helped Monica. Each of the girls' faces tells a different story. Monica seems genuinely surprised, Yuri seems kinda crushed, and Natsuki is... Oh, there was another word there. What was that? Well...
Excellent plan! If we don't get any new members after the festival, you and Moni can always make some.
Good God, Natsuki. I can't say I didn't expect her to say that. This is Natsuki after all. Judging by their expressions, Monica seems beyond bewildered. Yuri, of course. No, it's not like that!
Yeah, sure it's not.
Again, she's a cheeky little shite. The club room is then filled with the awkward silence to end all awkward silences. Thanks, Nat. All the while, Yuri is looking around the room until her expression changes in a way that gives me the impression that she's remembered something.
Just out of curiosity, what's Sayori going to be doing? I forgot to ask her.
She said that part to herself before muttering something under her breath. If you want, I can always call her and see what she wants to do.
You sure she's gonna be okay with that?
I mean, there's really only one way to find out, or that out for sure. As I speak, I retrieve my phone from my pocket and start to dial.
Hiya, Hallie.
Hey, Sayo. She still sounds a little groggy, but nowhere as bad as yesterday. Can I just put you on speakerphone?
Yeah?
I then do so and place my phone on the closet nearby desk. The closest nearby desk, I guess you mean.
So what?
Well, we're doing some stuff for the festival this weekend, and we've got something for everyone. Except you. Monica's still slightly embarrassed about the whole situation.
Well, what's everyone else doing again, Monica?
Well, Hallie and I are gonna print the pamphlets, Natsuki's gonna be baking, and Yuri's going to be sorting out some atmospheric enhancements.
As Sayori thinks to herself, Monica makes her way to the front desk. Got next to the front there. Natsuki and Yuri eagerly wait for Sayori's response.
I think I got an idea. You free on Saturday, Yuri?
I am, yes.
Anything you were planning for it?
Sayori's taking this more seriously than I'm used to. She's full of surprises like that.
I was thinking about a banner, maybe.
Maybe we could do that. That could give the banner enough time to dry.
That would be delightful, Sayori.
Yuri smiles to herself. I can gather that her mind is already racing.
And Natsuki?
Yeah?
I think we could bake the cupcakes on Sunday.
Natsuki's eyes sparkle.
Hell yeah, we can. That way the cupcakes will be fresher at the festival. Love your thinking, girl.
Let's just pray that Sayori doesn't scoff all the cupcakes before the festival. Who am I kidding? Like Natsuki would let that happen. I pick my phone up off the table and take it off speaker. You're a lifesaver, Sayo. Naturally, I'm relieved that we've all got someone to work with over the weekend.
That's no biggie, Hallie. Besides, gives you more time with Moni.
I blush, biting my tanuge to stop saying anything. Just swap the G and U. I grumble with a sigh. Sayori giggles.
Bye.
She hangs up and I go over to Monica.
Thanks for the save there, Hallie. I really owe you one.
It's nothing. Plus, shouldn't you be thanking Sayori rather than me?
Maybe. But still, thank you both for being okay with this.
Of course, I'm okay with this. I did join the club, it's really the least I can do. Rather than say anything, Monica smiles sweetly at me. It's a smile that says 1,000 words. What those words are, I don't know. Just wondering, is there anything else planned for today?
Not really, no. I'll let Natsuki and Yuri know. You can get packed up if you wanna.
Monica goes off to tell both girls that they can leave. As I'm putting everything back into my bag, I'm thinking to myself. Either way. I get to spend Sunday with Monica. I think it's my feelings towards her making me more anxious. Either that or the fact I never expected that to ever be a reality. Screw it, it's both of those reasons. By the time I've made sure my bag is shut, I've noticed that Natsuki and Yuri have already left. As I sling my bag over my shoulder, I notice Monica walking over in my direction.
Hey, Hallie.
She smiles sweetly, I smile back. Oh, hey Monica. You want anything?
Well, remember how you wanted to walk home together yesterday?
I nod, blushing at how dumb the idea sounded in hindsight. Honestly, what was I thinking? Statement, not a question. Well, I don't want any textbooks. I saw that. Like someone like her would.
Well, I'm free today. Does the opera...
Wait, what? Oh, of course it does. I swear this girl knows how to get a reaction out of me. Although that smile on her face, she seems to be overjoyed by the prospect. Then again, she did say yesterday that if she was free, she'd be up for it. Maybe it's something I could ask Sayori about later.
So you ready to go?
Ready when you are. With that, we make our way out of the clubroom, with Monica locking up behind. The walk back with Monica is quiet at first, but as soon as we've left the campus, our walk becomes a lot more lively. Obviously, we talk about the club and the festival for a bit, as you'd expect us to. However, our talk becomes a lot more musical. Looks like that's at least one thing we do have in common. That's not a bad thing either. She sounds incredibly passionate about it herself, especially when it comes to the piano. It's not long until we find ourselves outside my house. Honestly, if I knew you were this passionate, I'd have lent you one of my keyboards.
You do that?
She seems a bit shocked by my comments. Of course I would. I've got to stop this stupid grin of mine. Besides, not only are you my friend, but you're clearly passionate, so it's only right for me to help you. Monica looks away for a moment, faintly blushing but obviously smiling. Her eyes soon lock back onto mine.
You're too kind.
It's nothing, really. Now it's my turn to go red. There's a moment of silence between us. It's almost like the pair of us are trying to find the right words to say. I decide to break the silence. Anyway, I guess I should get going now. I fish my keys out of my pocket as a realization hits me. You gonna be able to get home from here? Monica giggles cutely.
Oh, of course I will.
She then points further down the street with me catching a glimpse of the more well-off part of the street.
It's just about a 20 or so minute walk back.
In that case, should I give you my number?
Of course.
We then quickly exchange numbers, the whole thing proving less awkward than it played out in my head.
Also, would it be okay if we did the printing at your house? I don't actually have a printer at home.
Please don't freak out. I'm cool with that, yeah. I guess my brain finally listened to me. Monica. See you Sunday?
I'll text you when I'm home.
She smiles as we bid one another goodbye. I retreat back inside and slump my bag on the couch. My heart's still racing in anticipation for Monica's visit this weekend. Am I too excited for this? Whether I am or not, I don't really care. Just gotta make sure I'm not too much of a pain in the ass. Monica's bedroom, later that night.
My heart won't stop racing. I'm visiting Hallie's house on Sunday. I'm more anxious than I've ever been before. Better yet, Dee seems to be looking forward to it. God, I'm so excited. My mom already asked what got me so excited when I got back. I was upfront with her about Hallie and my feelings towards him. I'm glad that Dan doesn't get back until late tonight. I already know how he'd react to Mom's suggestion. As I get ready for bed, I internally go over her words and the thoughts I've had since I met him. I've decided. When the time is right on Sunday, I'll confess. Whether he feels the same way or not, part of me just needs him to know. As soon as those thoughts cement themselves in my consciousness, I feel my chest tighten. I place my hand gently on my chest and take an audible deep breath. You can do this, Monica. I say to myself, you can do this. I can do this.
It's already Sunday. I wake up early to make sure I have enough time to wash and clean up before Monica gets here. I look at the clock on my phone. It's just gone 5. Definitely got time. I get up and immediately... The water seems a bit cooler this morning. Over the duration of my shower, my thoughts are dominated with everything that could happen. What's Monica going to be like outside of school? Are we going to make a good team? I ask myself those questions, and more over and over again. I also think over my feelings. There were words. Should I No, that'd be stupid. I grumble aloud to myself. Yeah, it does kind of seem like it'd be a dumb thing to do. But the more I think over it, maybe I could ask? When the time's right, I confirm to myself. After a couple more minutes, I turn the shower off and get out to dry myself. As for clothes, I don't really have much of a selection to go for, so I just pick out some black jeans and a white shirt. I look like I'd be a side character in my own anime, not gonna lie. After making sure my hair doesn't look like an utter mess, I down for a quick breakfast. Go down for a quick breakfast? Looking at the clock, I notice that it's just past 6 now. I don't remember being in the shower for that long. Regardless of that, I know that I still have a good while before Monica gets here. She said she should be around by 10. I'd say that's way too early to be up on a Sunday, but I can't really say anything now, can I? Wait, how early did they say? By 10? That's not that early. Come on. We ended up texting more than I thought we would. Obviously, the big topic was the festival. It's honestly pretty cute how prepped for it she is? Yeah, I guess so. Prepped works. Aside from that, we ended up gushing over, surprisingly enough, synthesizers. I never told her as the kind of person to, never told her as the kind of person to be into the electronic side of things. Oh, why did I read this as told? I never took her as the kind of... It's fine, but I'm sure as hell not complaining. I was still slightly nervous about her coming over. Who am I kidding? I'm nervous as fuck. Just shy of 4 hours later. The sound of my doorbell catches my attention. I get up and... I make my way to the door.
Hey, Hallie.
Monica beams at me. Hey, Monica. I smile back at her, trying hard to contain a blush. She looks stunning. I take a minute to compose myself. You coming in?
Of course.
I move to the side to give Monica enough space to enter. Once inside, Monica makes herself cozy on the couch and sets her bag down next to her. Before I get the printer, do you want anything to drink?
You sure?
I'm already making you put up with me. It's really the least I can do.
You're making it sound like I don't want to be here, Hallie. Granted, I'm still surprised you wanted to help me, but...
She pauses for a moment.
Besides, it's not that I'm putting up with you. I do want to be here.
Monica's voice trails off rather shyly. It's like she wants to say something, but she's having trouble getting it out. It's fine, Monica. Anyways, about that drink, is coffee fine with you?
That'd be perfect, thanks.
That seems to lift her spirit. I then proceed to make my way to the kitchen. It isn't too long till I've finished up our drinks. As I leave them on the counter, I glance over at Monica. She's prepping the files for the pamphlets. Coffee's ready. I'll just get the printer.
Thanks, Hallie.
I quickly rush upstairs. After some digging in my closet, I finally find the relatively dusty machine. I start to dust it off with a dirty towel, all the while hoping the damn thing still works. I've not had to use it since second year, and even then it didn't. I'm certain there's still ink in there from before. As I go to carry the printer downstairs, my ears are introduced to an unusually frustrated Monica. And unusually. There you go.
Damn it.
I leave the printer on my bed and quickly head downstairs. What's the problem?
Problems, more like. Bloody thing froze on me. Then it died. And to top it off, I forgot my charger.
Judging by her tone, she's trying to put a more light-hearted spin on her situation. Light-hearted can actually be one word. Her expression, however, tells an entirely different story. Taking a sip of my coffee, a thought pops into my head. If you got the files backed up on a USB, we could easily print them upstairs. Monica giggles.
This isn't just some ploy to get me into your bedroom, is it, Hallie?
My face once again goes cacodemon red. No, it's not. Aside from Natsuki's comment the other day about me and Monica making club members, I don't think I've ever been this embarrassed. Monica bursts into laughter.
Oh my god, your face is a picture right now.
One second here. Okay, I've seen it spelled with 2 R's and 2 S's, and sometimes with 1 R and 2 S's. Figure it out. It's one of these. I can't remember which one is correct, but something is inconsistent in the embarrasses, and you gotta fix them all. More teasing. Lovely.
I'm only messing with you, you know that, right?
I nod. I know. I just never took you for the teasing type. What was that?
You do look cute when you're flustered.
That's literally what I said. What was that?
Nothing. Let's just go upstairs.
Monica dismisses my question quickly as we make our way up. But actually, I think we'll follow them up there next time because I'm about out of time for this session. I only needed 6 episodes because I got an extra one out of Fleeting Feelings. And I hope, like, my little corrections to the text have not been bothering you, dear viewer. Since it's a demo, I want to, like, point those things out so that they can be fixed for the full version, hopefully. But like I said, that'll do it for now. So thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more Within. Hope to see you then. See you then. Bye-bye.